Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I want to talk about the power of a positive mindset and why having a positive mindset will help you in the long run. So if this is something you're interested in, please keep watching. Also, please don't forget to like the video if you liked it, as well as subscribe for more content like this. Now let's get into it. Okay, so first I want to say that I personally discovered the importance of a positive mindset about a year ago. I was really struggling internally with anxiety and self-doubt, so I came across a couple of books that helped me in my journey to create a positive mindset for myself, and I learned from there how important it was to have a positive mindset and how much it can help you in the long run. So I know a lot of you might be thinking, well, what will positivity do for me in the long run? Like, how will it help me? So I want to share some things that I personally have noticed. One of the first things I noticed was that my days started to go a lot smoother. So what I mean by this is I was feeling less and less unmotivated, I was feeling less overwhelmed, and I just found my days to go a lot smoother. It was as if I was in a constant flow with the universe. Another huge thing I noticed when I would start my day on a positive note was that if a problem or issue were to arise, I would find myself responding to it from a neutral point. So what I mean by this is I wouldn't automatically get overwhelmed, or I wouldn't feel as if there was no solution and automatically go into a negative mindset. Instead, I would look at the problem from a neutral point and I would start considering different solutions. This was a huge thing for me because I always had the tendency, if some problem or issue were to arise, to automatically go into a negative mindset and just think worst case scenario for everything. But this is something I've definitely been working on, and I found a huge difference to how I respond to problems or issues that may arise, and that is due to the positive mindset that I create in the morning. Another thing I'd like to add here is that when you're in a positive mindset, this is also very beneficial for your health overall. So what I mean by this is when you're in a positive mindset, you're less stressed, you're less overwhelmed. So for example, because you'll be less stressed and less overwhelmed, you won't be releasing so much of cortisol. We all know over time, too much cortisol over time can cause many health problems later on down the road. So that's another reason you'll just be healthier overall when you're in a positive mindset, because again, you'll be responding to problems from a neutral point and automatically going into a solution mode, versus if you were already in a negative mindset, you were unmotivated, tired, and say you face a problem or an issue, you're more likely when you're already in a negative mindset to go even more negative and think worst case scenario, stress yourself out, overwhelm yourself, and instead cause problems in your body later on down the road due to the adverse effects of, for example, cortisol. So another thing I want to quickly add about staying in a positive mindset is that don't compare yourself to others. What I mean by this is your journey is unique to you, and my journey is unique to me. So when you find yourself comparing your journey to another's, it's only gonna set you back, and you're only gonna think negative things. No one has the same exact life as you. Sure, there'll be similarities here and there, but no one has had the same exact life as you. So why would you compare your journey to someone else's? Instead, you should celebrate your victories. Look at how much you've accomplished. The only person that you should compare yourself to is your past self. So look at your past self. Look at how much you've accomplished in that time and be proud of yourself. Celebrate yourself, celebrate your victories. And this is what I've been learning to do. And I found this very beneficial to keep my mindset in a positive space. Another thing I want to add to this is that you should not rely on an outside source for positivity. So what I mean by this is, say for example, you have a specific person in your life that you rely on to validate you or to bring you up if you're feeling down. This is not the best way to go about it. Instead, what I found is that when you get that validation, that happiness from yourself, this is what will really help you in the long term. There comes a point where you need to learn to get that self-validation, that happiness from yourself. And this comes through practicing self-compassion. And there are many ways you can do this. One of my favorite ways is through positive affirmations. I swear positive affirmations has changed my life for the better. Also, I want to add that I'm not saying that your family should not be supportive or your significant other shouldn't be supportive. Of course, we all need those supportive people in our lives. But what I'm saying is that we should not rely on that support. Instead, we should get that support from ourselves. We should get that validation from ourselves. We should get that self-worth from ourselves. And this is what will help you in the long run. Okay, so now I'm going to share some ways that I stay in a positive mindset. Again, I want to point out there are many ways you can do this, but these are some methods that have worked for me and that I still do till this day. So one of the biggest things and easiest ways to get into that positive mindset is simply practicing gratitude. In the beginning, how I did this was I would often write in my journal, I would write 3 things that I'm grateful for. And sometimes it would be 2 things, and even some days it was just 1 thing, which is fine. Everyone has, their way of showing gratitude. But now what I do instead of writing in my journal is once I wake up in the morning, I automatically think of 3 things that I'm thankful for in my mind. And I keep repeating that in my mind. And you'll notice when you keep doing this, you'll just start your day in such a positive note. You'll be excited for the day. You'll be excited for all the opportunities. And this is my favorite and easiest way to get into a positive mindset. I highly recommend everyone try this, whether this is journaling 3 things you're thankful about, or even just thinking in your head. As soon as you wake up, just train yourself to think of 3 things that you're thankful for. You'll notice a huge change in your mindset throughout the day. And another favorite method of mine is just simply doing a meditation. And I love doing meditations in the morning to set intentions for the day. I mentioned this in a couple of my previous videos that how I often use meditation in the morning is more to set an intention for the day. So for example, I often do gratitude meditations in the morning because I just find my day goes by amazing whenever I start with gratitude. So I often do morning gratitude meditations, and after that I set intentions for the day. So for example, I'll say, okay, I'm gonna cover this, this, and this today. And I'm gonna work out this time, and I'm gonna make my dinner this time. And I'll often find my day go exactly how I set my intention, and I'll feel amazing about it. And my third method that I use to stay in a positive mindset is visualization. And I did this a lot during my step 1 prep because through visualization, I just found myself get so excited and happy that would further motivate me and drive me to continue studying on the day. So often what I would do is I would sit down, and I always did this in the morning. So I would, after my meditation, like my 5-minute gratitude meditation and setting intentions for the day, I would then go ahead and visualize real quickly. Just simply visualize yourself in the future. So what I would do for my step 1 is I would sit there and I would visualize myself opening my score report on my laptop. So I would see the pass and then my goal score, and I would bring in all that excitement and happiness and gratitude, and that would just further motivate me and drive me to continue studying to achieve that goal score I wanted. So visualization is a great technique to use if you need that booster of positivity, or if you just want to use it as part of your morning routine. So in the morning, especially during my step 1 prep, I just found that this was the best way for me to get in the right positive mindset for the full day of studying. I would always meditate, set the intentions for the day, and I would visualize myself opening my step 1 score report. And this would all take less than 10 minutes. It's a quick thing you can do just to put yourself in a positive mindset. And now what I found that works for me is simply just thinking of 3 things I'm grateful for in the morning and building my positivity that way. So this was my little video on keeping a positive mindset. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is something I'm very passionate about because I've experienced a huge change, a complete 180 in my life ever since I've started learning about positivity and how that relates to productivity and how these little changes that you make change your life for the better. So this is something I'm very passionate about, and I hope people watching this video got inspiration and ideas, and I hope this helped you realize how important it is to keep a positive mindset no matter what. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.